What is up, guys? Kirby here with another ranked with Kirby. I did change my name again because I like Adventure Time and I wanted my name to represent Adventure Time. So I changed my name to King Marshall Lee. So anyways, I'm doing Q with my friend who is playing Janna, and I am playing Singed. And I picked Singed because I really love Singed. I think it's super fun. And I got Ghost for obvious reasons, as it is Shen, or Singed rather, and I got Cleanse because they're Udyr. The stuns ganks are pretty strong and scary, and Rumble's Ignite, it works extremely well against it. And it reduces the duration of disables by 65% for the next 4 seconds, which is pretty damn strong for Singed especially. So it allows him to do his job very well, and it's what keeps him alive for a good amount of time. And you would think that Rumble would counter Singed. However, I was able to keep myself up as much as possible against Rumble because I just didn't allow him to do what Rumble is best at, which is harass me until I die. So yeah, sorry I haven't been posting a bunch of videos or any videos at all for a while, but now I am able to, and now I will try to post up as much as I can, and hopefully I could get some jungle matches going, because in ranked in particularly, my main role actually is jungling, and hopefully I can throw up some useful information for you guys. If you guys, especially for solo queue, because this is different for a lot of people, and solo queue in particular, jungling is a lot different than what other people think, especially in highly elo play. Jungling at that level is different from jungling at my level, which is gold 4. The different techniques to climbing from silver to gold to plat to diamond to challenger, it's just on a different level, in that a lot of players' skills actually increase due to their experience, and because of that they have different outcomes in battle. Right here, as you can see, Udyr tried to gank me. I don't have any wards, so I couldn't have seen it coming, but I do fight Rumble at level 2 because Singed has the strongest level 2 fighting power in the game. Actually, he's really strong, really scary in that aspect. I did expect Udyr to come around and gank again. However, I did not believe it would take him so long to run around. So I did push the lane against Rumble because I don't want to freeze the lane anywhere outside of his turret range or my turret range, because if I do that, then Rumble will... That's where Rumble is strongest, when he is able to throw out all his harass onto me without any danger. So one thing that you should remember, especially for Singed, you want to stand in between the minions. Even though Rumble's flamethrower can still harass you, you don't want to get hit by his E and get slowed. I go back by boots. I did start crystalline flask for the sustain, especially against Rumble, because his strong harass is very scary, very scary. As you can see, I get a ganked here. This is where cleanse came in so handy, because Rumble ignited me and I just used cleanse, killed the ignite, and he overheated, so he couldn't finish me off. So that's why I got cleanse, and as you can see, and throughout the whole a couple of times in the game, it was super effective, super helpful for when pretty much I got into bad situations. So let's fast forward a bit. Obviously just farming. I do recall a lot against Rumble, because having items against Rumble is gonna be one of the only ways you can counter him, especially with Singe, where he lacks in sustain and harass against Rumble. So I am building a sapphire crystal, because it will help me in the long run against transitions into late game, especially with all of the mana that Singe wastes during fights and laning phase. So sapphire crystal would be super effective in that aspect. And there it is. I got it. I make sure to stock up on wards, especially in laning phase against Udyr. And as you can see, as I'm walking to the top, I use my poison to stack Tears of Goddess and wait for my mana to regen, and then do it again. And I do this to take full effectiveness of Tears of Goddess. And usually stacking Tears of Goddess on Singe isn't that hard. I do avoid Rod of Ages, because I believe that there are a lot more stronger items than Rod of Ages that will help me out in the in transitions. And Tears of Goddess will pretty much be the only item I will actually need. I don't need, because I feel that any other item really isn't necessary, because Singe does not need the damage. Unless they're building HP, then Leandra's would be the next best option. But I really think being able to run into the enemy team and walking out with unsinged is pretty much your job. Being able to run to the back, take out their carries, and walking out without any trouble at all. And I do think Tears of Goddess is stronger than Rod of Ages and Catalyst, because Tears of Goddess stacking 750 mana does convert into HP. And I think that in the long run, it'll be more effective than Catalyst if you play it correctly. As you can see, I have a strong minion wave here, and I use that to my advantage and fling Rumble in. But as you see, I do head into a gank from Udyr. So I do stop the chase on Rumble, and as you can see, he laughed at me, and I probably could have killed him, but I make the mistake of taking off and allowing Udyr to cover his lane, and this is where I make my mistake. As you can see, I should have let Udyr gain some distance between me and the minions before I started farming. Even though I clear the whole wave, Udyr is able to catch up to me and kill me. However, Rumble does not get the kills, so more or less, it was not too bad to where I would continue to be pressured out of my lane and lose. However, I did give a kill up that did not need to happen. As you can see, I'm built a Negatron cloak going into Spirit Visage against Rumble to counteract his damage and sustain a lot longer. And I'm just CSing, keeping my wards up, and I get a gank onto Rumble. And unfortunately for him, I do have the Tenacious and Relentless masteries, so slows and CC are less effective than they should be. And my ulti's on, so actually no, my ulti does not reduce CC anymore. I do not believe. Yeah, it does not. So we do push onto this tower, but I just go off and no, I don't. I thought I would turret run, but I start bashing at the tower. I do not want to take it so early, especially in a solo queue where pushing a tower could end up in a loss rather than a win for your team, because even though you do get the global gold, you allow the enemy laner to take advantage of this CS that'll be pushed into their tower, giving them secured safety. So yeah, even though you may see the pros take out towers like in 10 minutes, they are more coordinated to where they can control a situation such as that rather than solo queue, unless you guys are really coordinated. So yeah, and Singe excels strongest in the laning phase because he's a pretty big bully. Like this. You do want to auto attack with Singe. I do have armor or hybrid reds, so I have armor pen and magic pen, and that really helps me. Helps Singe rather, because it increases his DPS exponentially. Being able to auto attack while also stacking ticks on your poison, as you can see, will whittle him down a lot faster rather than hoping for your poison to clear his HP bar. As you can see, we lose our jungler and support, so the enemy team does take dragon, unfortunately. I just turret run here. Rumble goes back, buys items. He doesn't even build a complete item, he just wanted to build into Mask. As you can see, Udyr and Lee Sin both come top. Udyr comes in and lane bush ganks. I saw him obviously, so I ulti and ghost out because I did not want to be stuck in a situation I didn't want to be in. It might have been overkill, but Lee Sin is in the vicinity and we are able to take him out. Rumble places an ulti, but a little too late, so he loses Rumble. He loses Udyr, and we win the exchange in that. I do have red buff, so my auto attacks will be stronger. As you can see, Rumble probably could have killed me with that ignite, but I cleansed it off again. So I finally build into Spirit Visage. I build into Randuin's because their Caitlyn, Udyr, and Jace are building into their core items, and I don't want them to be able to clear me out. As you can see, red buff helps me out and increases my DPS against Rumble. I do enjoy Crystalline Flask, especially in the late game when you're ulting and you have Spirit Visage, because it increases your health regen pretty much. Spirit Visage increases it by 20% and your ulti increases it by 65. Not percent, but increases health, mana, and all that by 65. And it's just really strong in general. So being able to do that, it just makes you more effective in what you do and your job when you're running into the enemy team, taking out their carries. As you see, as I died, Rumble turret ran me, so he will continue to keep minion advantage over me. Enemy team takes Dragon again. I would like to stay mid and help my team, but I do not want to lose my tower and allow the enemy team to keep up the global gold any further than they need to. As you can see, I thought I was a boss and tried to take out their carries. I did get them low, but unfortunately my team was not in a position to take back the momentum that we lost, and unfortunately I do lose my tower. So that was a poor play by me. However, I respawn by taking their top tower, and I do run into a team, and Sona uses a poorly placed ulti, and I am able to live, walk out, fight another day. I finish my Warden's Mail, build a Giant Spout. Caitlyn is not building Rune King, so I do not feel that getting help would hurt me. So I do not feel at a huge disadvantage. Rumble places a poor ulti, which does not effectively help him take out me or Fizz, or to stop Fizz from taking out their carry. Fizz is pretty fed, so his assassination skills are pretty much what he believes is to run into the enemy team, take out their carry. If he dies, oh well. If he doesn't, continue focus on someone else. I do finish my boost. I get Merc Treads, because they have 2 stuns on their teams, a lot of slows, and I just want to be able to get past that. And I don't want Rumble to do any more damage than he needs to. And Udyr's is going Phoenix, so his flames will be less effective than they actually will be. Their team is recalling, we're trying to pressure them. Sivir makes the mistake of overextending without being able to apply pressure to them. And I do walk away from that engage because I was more focused on Dragon rather than helping my team, unfortunately. So I'm trying to convince my team to take Dragon. Udyr, however, their whole team is up and they are applying strong pressure and poke to our team. I try to keep my friend alive and he keeps me alive. I do ulti Crystalline Flask to bump my health and mana regen. Unfortunately, our jungler dies, so we lose dragon control completely. That's a free dragon for them. I do not want to engage this Caitlyn because I am afraid her team may be around. Sivir goes man mode and tries to fight Caitlyn. Unfortunately, Rumble comes in. Rumble ignites me. I cleanse again, keep myself alive, even though it probably would not have killed me. I do buy Home Guard just to be able to run out of lane faster, or run out of base faster rather. Reduces the time from me and our objectives. I make a terrible mistake. My ally Fizz dies and I try to man mode onto Jace, and unfortunately he lives and Lee Sin gets caught. And I should not have done that, considering that our team wasn't even in position to do anything about that fight. I saw Rumble run top, so I go, or bot rather, to stop Sivir. So I go in, try to keep Rumble off of Sivir. Sivir convinced me that she was gonna go in and fight Rumble, which I did not want her to do considering her health. I am underfarmed, as you can see. I only have 155 CS, and Rumble actually almost has 200, so I would say considerably behind, considering that I am playing Singed. As you can see, my team goes top, kills Udyr, and I am stuck here with Caitlyn, and the rest of my team goes after them top, and their team tries to go and defend them. I know Caitlyn's alone, so as you can see, I initiate on her. Rumble hits his ulti on me and ignites me. I cleanse that, walk out. Sivir is in a poorly placed position, however, their team does not capitalize on top of it. Home guard, full HP, run off, do my thing. Obviously, we did what we needed to top and mid, so we did not need to force anything. Okay, this is pretty much the point of the game where it goes into our favor. As you can see, Sivir's pushing bot, and their enemy team is taking Baron. And as you can see, we are very able to stop them from Baroning. As you can see, Lee Sin and I focus their junglers so they cannot smite Baron. They only have 2 members of their team alive, but we are being backpinged by our own team. Honestly, I did not think that was a smart idea, considering that we could completely ace them. So I fling Jace, expecting Lee Sin to capitalize. However, he attempted to run onto Sona, and I do not try to kill Sona because I do not have damage. All I have is Tears of Goddess, which I have not completed into Seraph's Embrace. So I help Sivir push. We take out both of their Nexus towers, but their team will spawn pretty soon. So I advise Sivir to retreat, and I do keep Sona off of us, even though that is a potential kill.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And because of that pretty much boosts us up. As you can see, before that fight we were 4k gold behind, and now we are up by 1k. We finally get a dragon, which brings our global gold up again. Their whole team is here, and our team is kind of split. As you can see, Janna and I are in the river, and the rest of our team are in the blue area. However, they do sandwich them. Fizz dies, and Rumble places a poor ulti again in a fight that was not going to be engaged. Sona uses her ulti on top of me for a reason that is beyond me, because her team did not capitalize on it. She only had Jace. They split and make poor decisions that will lead to an even trade within that team fight. And they lose another tower top, and super minions are pushing onto their nexus, so they had to defend. I built Thornmail because I don't want Caitlyn, Jace, or Udyr to auto attack me and do damages. And I thought that Thornmail will work out more effectively overall rather than Frozen Heart because of the damages. I do not build any damage yet, which I plan to do. However, it was not necessary, and we get a free Baron. They fail to take ward control, and I find Udyr in his jungle taking blue. However, I am unable to catch him. Rumble places a lot of poor ultis, which helps us a lot. As you can see, Caitlyn finally built Blade of the Rune King, so having Randuin's and Thornmail pretty much counteracts whatever damage output she could have done with Rune King, because pretty much that percent damage that she tries to throw out, it's counteracted by my Thornmail, and it's damage to reflect against Caitlyn. and I am able to reduce her attack speed with Randuin's. Now we're just having a face-off here. They do have a ward over. We clear it. Lee Sin takes a lot of poke from that unknown ward. As you see, our team is in general, our team is pushing and clearing them. We have spot super minions clearing, pushing in and taking their nexus. Fizz assassinates Jace completely, and Caitlyn was completely out of position for her to help her team or make anything happen. So we run in, capitalize off of the kill of Jace, and try to clear the enemy and ace the team and win the game, which we are able to do. We kill Udyr, take out the rest of their team that try to pop out, displace them, and end the game. That is GG. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.